Prime Minister Boris Johnson is said to be facing a major Conservative rebellion ahead of a vote in Parliament on the new tier lockdown rules. I'm going to bring you all the very latest, guys, but please start off by making sure you've hit the subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss future reports. Now, there will be a vote today in Parliament on the new tier lockdown rules, and a sizable number of Conservative MPs said to be ready to rebel against Boris Johnson's government. Let me know what you make of this subject below in the comments, guys. I'd be really keen to hear from you. Before I get on to what my supporters on the channel think, let's just go to what London Playbook have said this morning on Politico by Alex Wickham. Boris Johnson will today learn the scale of backbench Conservative discontent over his coronavirus strategy after last night's damp squib impact assessments failed to quell the rebellion and served only to further antagonise his lockdown sceptic backbenchers. Those in government said to be prepared for a tough day. One insider telling Politico's Playbook last night the rebellion will be sizable, starting with around 30 Conservative MPs, but it could go to even 60 or 70. That remains to be seen. However, what is for sure is that you will see some Conservative MPs seemingly ready to rebel against the government on this approach to the pandemic. The numbers are hard to... There's different reports on the numbers, but speaking to half of the COVID research group of Conservative MPs who are leading the rebellion, they say only around, according to Playbook, only around 40 MPs will end up voting against. Let me know what you make of that. Of course, there is some expectation management going on here from both sides, but what we do know in the Telegraph report that Tories are in revolt over Boris Johnson's plans on his tiers and his approach. The Telegraph reporting that he faces a humiliating Tory revolt over the new tier system after he was accused of refusing to publish any forecast of the impact it will have on the economy. Scores of backbenchers apparently expected to rebel, and we'll have to wait and see how many do in the end. What is really astonishing is that the Labour Party apparently are going to abstain on this. I mean, how's that for leadership? Absolutely shameful in terms of Sir Keir Starmer and the Labour Party just ducking the vote altogether by abstaining. Now, the tiers are still expected to be approved. They're coming into force on Wednesday. But with Labour abstaining, again, the Telegraph saying upwards of 40 Conservative rebels are expected. Now, Mark Harper, chairman of the COVID recovery group of lockdown sceptic Tory backbenchers, quoted in the Telegraph as saying the government's analysis seems to be collapsing under the glare of scrutiny. Before the current lockdown, he said, incorrect and hospital capacity modelling was leaked into the public domain to justify it. We have asked repeatedly for the information that vindicates these hospital projections, and it has not been forthcoming. We are now seeing, he says, that once again the wheels are coming off the government's arguments. Former Conservative Party leader Ian Duncan-Smith saying that without more information on the impact of the tiers, MPs are being asked to vote for a pig in a poke. He said the one thing this is not going to do is persuade Conservative MPs to vote with the government. If anything, he said, this will have made it worse. And the Times had the story that secret dossier on coronavirus damage, government documents list red areas facing biggest job cuts. The government has drawn up, this is the Times, have drawn up a secret dossier detailing the impact of coronavirus on the economy, with a dozen sectors rated red and facing significant job cuts and revenue losses, the Times has been told. The COVID-19 sectoral impact dashboard, which is prepared by officials across Whitehall and frequently updated, gives granular detail on the effect of coronavirus on nearly 40 areas of the economy. Among the sectors with a red rating are aerospace, the automotive industry, retail, hospitality and tourism, arts and heritage, maritime, including ferries and cruises, and sport. Not a pretty picture then. Details of the document emerge as they say up to 70, according to the Times, up to 70 Conservative MPs prepared to rebel today against the government's new tiering system, which is due to come into force, of course, tomorrow. Now, in terms of how large we can expect this Conservative rebellion to be, the Sun's Harry Cole today saying give its multi-pronged rebellion combining the anti-all lockdown Tories plus the usual awkward / why don't I have a job squad plus local MPs genuinely miffed about their tier, there are whispers in Whitland of the Tory rebellion hitting 3 figures, i.e. over 100. I mean, that would be pretty astonishing if that was to happen. I'm not sure we'll see a rebellion on that size, but Steve Baker, the Conservative MP, responding to Harry Cole, saying, sorry, but that is an absurd over-egging from your sources, probably 3 times over-egged. This is an agonising decision for many MPs today. I expect to be a teller for the nose later. So in terms of the size of this Conservative rebellion, we will, of course, have to wait and see what the numbers are in the end. But I did ask my supporters, are you supportive of those Conservative MPs going against the government on this, on the tier system? I have to say, you know, support for those rebels from those supporters on this channel. And guys, do become a supporter by hitting the join button down below to support me, my work, and this channel. Louise saying, I do support the MPs rebelling against this removal of our civil liberties and freedom. It should be the majority, she says, of MPs objecting to it. And just, I'll reiterate again, quite astonishing that the Labour Party apparently set to abstain on such a crucial vote. John, another supporter, thanks for your support, John, saying yes, indeed, he does support the Conservative rebels, and I hope a sufficient number of them do to send a forceful message, and that the message is heeded. And finally, Elizabeth, thanks for your support, Elizabeth, saying yes, absolutely, another supporter there for the Conservative rebels. So we await to see just how big the scale is of this Conservative rebellion. Will it be 30? Will it be 70? Will it be even 100? We'll have to wait and see. But no doubt now the discontent is spreading. And guys, I want to know in the comments below, what do you make of what Boris Johnson is doing on this? Does he have your support in this approach? Would you like to see another approach? What would that look like? And what do you make? Are you backing Conservative MPs? Let me know. And as ever, if you found this report helpful and informative, as I keep bringing you all the latest here on the channel, do hit the thumbs up. Really appreciate that. And you can support the channel by hitting the join button or look at the link in the pinned comment if you want to become a supporter. And of course, guys, as ever, thank you so much for watching.